My job is to study disruptive technology and forecast its impact on business and markets. And specifically why I'm here is to discuss the impact on the travel industry and what to do about it. I'm also an anthropologist, so I study, or digital anthropologist, and so I study technology's impact on behavior and try to bring those worlds together. What are markets doing? What do they need to do? And how are people changing, and how we bring those worlds together. Walking around WTM, and I also had the opportunity to speak at the Leaders Lunch, that was Uber and Airbnb were the two top companies that everyone were discussing, trying to analyze as a matter of sort of course, what do we need to learn from those companies in order to be different? But I think that that's what everybody's doing, and therefore it sort of creates a little bit of commodity of sorts. What I would really ask everyone to do is look at everything that's disrupting any industry. So Tinder for dating, iPads for magazines, mobile devices for desktops. There is disruption everywhere. And it's those behaviors that you can learn from. What are the things that they love? Why are they having impact? So that you can take those cues to design things that are going to be more relevant, more intuitive. I think technology is at its best when it's invisible, and that's what Uber and Airbnb and the companies like it are starting to introduce, is just sort of this overall experience that lets people actually accomplish what they want to do the way they want to do it, simply because they understand behavior and decision making. Chatbots are certainly all the rage, as is AI. So for example, the Lola app, which is introducing artificial intelligence into the travel process. I think though that there's so much disruptive technology that we have to understand. It's part of a movement called conversational commerce. It's one such product is Amazon Echo. We look at voice as the new user interface, and if you add artificial intelligence behind that, you can now start to engage people in a new and interesting way. However, chatbots in their current incarnation are sort of lacking imagination and creativity. They are poorly executed, and they're just simply trying to extend what we know today. So basically a virtual contact center. No one likes the contact center experience. If you look at behavior and some of the most popular apps in the world today, they sort of remove the friction of contact. The engagement just becomes intuitive and really quick and transactional. What this all means is that you can't scale an existing experience using new technology and expect to have a different future. If you take new technology and you do what you know and what you've always done, you simply engage in what's called iteration, which is doing the same things better. What we need now, especially in the travel industry, is innovation. Doing new things that unlocks new value. Chatbots represent an entirely new facet, an entirely new user interface, an entirely new platform. You could design for better engagement based on the aspirations and behaviors of how people are different, not based on how you want people to behave the same. One of the things that I've learned about technology's impact on society is when you get it down to the behavioral aspect, and you look at why does an Uber exist, why does an Airbnb exist, it's because they've unlocked sort of this behavior it's always been there, right? The desire to have a better taxi experience, or the desire to have a localized experience. They just sort of culminated the technology and the platforms and the providers into a service that people just absolutely plugged into because they could relate to it. When you play that out over time though, there are real reasons for that. Why did Spotify overtake iTunes? Why do people not want to pay for music anymore? It's because technology really is pushing people in new directions that allow them to take control of the experiences that they want in life, the things that they value. And it starts to push forward then experiential expectations, standards. And what happens as a result is you get new markets opening up. So for example, travel, everybody says, when you study behavior, whether they're millennials or anyone that what I call Generation C, which stands for connected, people who live a connected lifestyle. So regardless of age, they all exhibit similar behaviors. They will all tell you they don't want to travel, they want an experience. So you can't sell them a travel package. You can't sell them the way they used to be sold. They have different values. They have different definitions for happiness. They have different expectations for what that experience should look like. All those cues exist, we just have to pay attention to them. But yes, they're absolutely screaming what they want. And what they don't want is normal. And that's what a lot of travel companies sell, is that expectation of normal. I want to take what I know to this new place and have this experience. Now they want, what's the best food truck? Where can I find that thing behind the alleyway? What's the best place for this Instagram? I want that experience that is my own, and that has to be designed.